Have you ever wondered what would happen if the world's scariest doll encountered one of pop culture's most ruthless killers? Today, we'll explore an epic clash between horror and action. Annabelle, the possessed doll, faces off against Chuck Norris, the martial arts master. Prepare for a story full of suspense, adrenaline, and breathless moments. As fear and action collide in a duel no one will ever forget. The encounter that would change everything, it all begins on a rainy night in an abandoned mansion. Annabelle, known for spreading terror wherever she goes, senses a different presence. Someone who feels no fear. Chuck, investigating a mysterious disappearance linked to the doll, enters the house with his legendary confidence. Realizing this is no simple evil spirit, Chuck braces himself. He knows he's dealing with supernatural forces, but he also knows that nothing and no one can bring him down. The tension is palpable. The doll's every footstep echoes through the mansion's dark corridors. And Chuck's every move is calculated, precise, and deadly. The terror of Annabelle. Annabelle isn't just a creepy doll. She's a possessed being capable of controlling objects, manipulating the environment, and invading her victims' dreams. She begins by attacking in subtle ways. Doors that close on their own, whispers, shadows moving. Every detail heightens the atmosphere of terror. But Chuck Norris is no ordinary victim. He recognizes the signs of possession and uses his combat experience and mental focus to neutralize the doll's traps. Annabelle's every attempt to overpower him is met with swift movements, strategic strikes, and sheer willpower. The epic showdown when the direct confrontation finally occurs. The mansion transforms into a battleground of horror and action. Annabelle moves supernaturally, throwing objects, creating illusions, and even summoning shadows to attack. Chuck dodges, blocks, and counterattacks with his legendary strength. The battle is intense and unpredictable. At one point, the doll manages to trap Chuck in an illusory corridor surrounded by seemingly closing walls. But, using his quick thinking and martial arts skills, Chuck breaks the illusion, overcomes obstacles, and comes face to face with Annabelle. The tension reaches a fever pitch. Annabelle attempts a final attack, manipulating every object in the mansion to crush him. Chuck, with quick and precise movements, unleashes a sequence of blows that not only neutralize the attacks but also knock the doll back. Every second is electrifying, blending supernatural terror with high-intensity action. The secret of victory, Chuck realizes that to defeat Annabelle, he must break the spiritual bond that keeps her active. He uses his mind, courage, and knowledge of occult forces to perform an improvised ritual, channeling her energy and determination. The doll, surrounded by Chuck's power, begins to weaken. At the climax, a final blow destroys the evil presence within Annabelle, sending the doll falling silently to the floor. The mansion, previously filled with chaos and possessed objects, returns to calm. The terror finds its resolution, but not without first leaving a chilling sense that other supernatural forces still lurk. This battle demonstrates something fascinating. The clash between the supernatural and the human can be unpredictable. Annabelle's terror finds its limit in the face of Chuck's action, discipline, and courage. But it also reminds us that fear never completely disappears. It only encounters resistance. It's a narrative that blends psychological horror, supernatural suspense, and breathtaking action. Every movement, every glance, and every attack keeps the audience in constant tension. It's the encounter everyone has dreamed of. Horror and action in perfect collision. In the end, Chuck defeats Annabelle, but not without making it clear that the world of the supernatural is vast, terrifying, and full of mysteries. It's a victory that combines intelligence, courage, and brute force, showing that even the most absolute terror can be faced by those who are unafraid to fight. This story makes us reflect. What if the impossible really existed? What if the oldest evil could be faced with action, courage, and strategy? If you enjoyed this epic duel between horror and action, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and share this video with all your friends who love horror and action movies. This way, you'll help Nerd Multiverse continue bringing you incredible, curious, frightening, and utterly unforgettable stories. Because remember, even the scariest horror can find a worthy rival. And that rival could be none other than Chuck Norris,